Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Before I made this video, I made a video asking a question, a very pertinent question, I would say. Why don't we hear about Russian generals being killed in Ukraine war by the Ukrainians? I personally haven't read anything about anything like that since, I don't know, August, beginning of August or something like this. And that was just an information coming from the British intelligence saying, oh, by the way, 10 Russian generals died then. But before that, it was March, April, May, I think even June. Every week it was like another general or two dying. Now, that's a question. Maybe you can tell me how come that stopped. And now, since I'm at the Department of Questions, this department is going to deal with the questions about the Nordstream pipelines. What happened? How come we don't know yet? How come nobody comes out and say, you know what? Aside from Lavrov, who came out, I think, in an interview yesterday, I think his argument was flimsy. But anyway, anybody came and okay, this is the report. This is what we found. It happened on the 26th of September, 2022. September, October, November, December, January. So it's at least 4 months and, I don't know, 7 days, 6 days, something like that. So how come? Nothing. Now, just so we talk about evidence here, at least with numbers. This 2022 Nord Stream pipeline sabotage. It happened on the 26th of September. So, from Wikipedia, must be true. Now, the only article that I found today about this in a long time was from Daily Mail. Not that I trust what these weasels are saying, but it was the only one, talking about this as a response to Lavrov. I got Lavrov from Sputnik, I think it was, and he said, well, it's proof that, this is from February 2nd, right here, by the way. It's proof that Victoria Nuland's happy face and happy statement in front of a Senate commission, where she said, well, we are, hailing the fact that the pipelines were blown up. That's evidence, Lavrov said. I didn't think so. I mean, it doesn't prove anything, but someone was happy that someone else got his pipelines blown up. That was all what Nuland said. So that's exactly what these guys point out, and it says here, Lavrov, this is not only the direct participation of the United States in the explosions of the Nord Stream pipeline. Ms. Nuland has now made a confession, he told state television in an interview broadcast earlier today. No, she didn't. She just said, Nuland said on January 26, and I'm quoting, I am, and I think the Biden administration is very gratified to know that Nord Stream 2 is now a hunk of metal at the bottom of the sea. And he says that, Lavrov right here, during the interview, he said, I think that U.S. being directly involved in the explosions. New U.S. Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs, Ms. Nuland, said this and that. Well, that doesn't prove anything. I mean, she's just happy, and she says that her administration is happy. Why, do you want them to cry or something? Anyway, so that's it. But it doesn't bother me that nobody, they don't come and tell us, you know what, this is the outcome of the investigation. We found this. Nothing. How should I put it? This is what we know so far. That Nord Stream 1 was, both pipelines were damaged, leaking. Nord Stream 2 pipelines, only one is blown up. This guy said, you know what, we can repair it. I read an article yesterday or the day before where they said that they can't repair it. They will not start repairing the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2, so the three pipelines. The one is not damaged, obviously doesn't need anything, because of the sanctions on Russia. Again, boof, boof, shoot yourself in the foot. Now, if you remember, the pipelines go through the Swedish and Danish economic areas, corridors, however you want to call them, okay? Which means they have jurisdiction somehow over there, and nobody can go over there and check it out. And somehow, they did investigate the Danish Danes and Danish authorities and the Swedish authorities. Since September 26th, I think the Russians were allowed to come over and see what's going on over there, and that was it. And after that, the only articles, or not article, an update of the investigation, I think, came from the Swedes, who said, well, it was an explosion. It was not an accident. Okay, Captain Obvious. Anything else? We don't know who did it. Jesus Christ. Something like that. Then another article that I covered in one of my videos, maybe it was a week and a half ago, it was the boss of Nordstream. I think he's from Switzerland. I can't remember his name, is with a W, starts with a W. Wanter, something like this. So he was asked questions if he thought that it was Russia who blew it, who destroyed those pipelines, and he said this: no. He didn't say, well, I don't know. According to the article that I covered, you can check it out. I can't remember the name of the article. I think it was from a Russian media outlet, so not trustworthy. But when he was asked, do you think it was Great Britain? His answer was not no. He said, what kind of question is this? You get in trouble. Don't ask these kind of questions. That, for me and for anybody else who maybe you worked, I don't know, you showed up in court for various situations, or you interviewed people or you interrogated people, you know that this is an answer which it's almost a confession. When I ask you, hey, did you commit that crime? And you say, instead of saying, no, I didn't, that would be the answer, you say, well, a lot of people kill other people. What the fuck answer is that, Or, hey, why do you ask me this kind of question? That's a weird question. I mean, things happen. What? It's already, suspicious right there. But when I ask you, hey, did you kill John? No. Did you kill Mary? What kind of questions are this, man? It's kind of weird. You were with no problem answering about John, but Mary, you got a problem. So anyway, that's another thing. The Russians claimed, I think it was late September, I don't know, maybe, I can't remember, maybe it was the 30th, 31st of September, 30th or something, at the end of September anyway, or October, when the Russians came. I think it was mid-October, but anyway, I covered it also in one of these videos, and the Russians said, we have evidence that it was the UK Navy, Royal Navy, who did this and all that. They didn't provide any evidence, but that's what they said. Other than that, I don't know anything about anything more than they gave us, and they didn't give us. So how come is this, silence? And when these events occurred, just happened, I made a video regarding, okay, let's take it by by elimination. Who benefits, okay, and who doesn't benefit? And by elimination, I started with Russia, I went to Ukraine, and abilities, capabilities, possibilities, probabilities, and it was only one country that was way, way, way ahead of any other country as a suspect. And if it was another country as a suspect, was because that country had that country do it. That was but this was just by using logic, and I said, the process of elimination. That's all. But still, I think it was also the Germans. It was an article coming from the Germans. They also investigated something, after all, anyway. And they said that they think it was not Russia. Well, if it's not Russia, who the hell was it? And I suspect that by having this it must be someone that must not be named. That's my gut feeling. I can have it. I don't know who that is, but by elimination and all these people saying, Germans, I think the Swedes said it, the boss of Nordstream, by logic and the investigative methods that I'm a little bit familiar with, let's put it this way, I don't see, it's not impossible, it's just that the probability, not the possibility, the probability and the possibility are low, are slim, compared with other candidates, one in particular. But it doesn't mean until you have all the evidence, you can't, how is that? Innocent until proven guilty, or the other way around. You know, so it's strange that we don't hear anything for 4 months and a little bit about something that you have evidence. I mean, it's you have the evidence, and believe me, if you think that area is not under supervision, and I'm not talking about visual only. Visual, you should have known who the hell. They said, well, it was a, I can't remember the name of the American plane about an hour or 2 hours before the explosions or something. It was not a Hercules because it's a transport. It was another kind of I can't remember what kind of plane it was, but you can find it. It's not like a secret. I have a secret. My buddies tell me and inform me. That said, it flew around and so on. I don't know what that was, but believe me, the Danish military, the Swedish military, they had, and if they didn't, they can go back under supervision that area. It's almost, I'm 99% certain that it was 99% impossible not to know who was over there. But anyway, I think it's just how should I put it? Politically incorrect, not even that, to name the name yet. If they had evidence it was Russia, I guarantee you, and you know that, they would have said it the second they smelled the rat. They would have just, I smell a rat, must be a rat right here, and it's Russia. I guarantee you, because they made statements more inflammatory than saying something like this in their whole history that they had a problem with anybody. Oh, it was them. You don't have any evidence, but it was them because we say so. So they could have come and said it this time, but nobody. And they all shut up. They're all quiet. Well, I wonder, what do they do now? I mean, in 4 months, what do they do? It's not like you take a sample of sperm, DNA, to see if the rapist was Gigi or Michael. And they send it to the laboratory, and you take the forensic, all that, or the clothes, and from the clothes you separate the whatever. No, it's not like that. You should have visual and audio and I don't want to say seismic evidence. What the hell was over there, please? And they are more sophisticated than these police officers that investigate a rape. Yeah, they say to the laboratory, nothing, blah, blah, blah. These guys can check so many things. I mean, after all, is the military involved as well. And the military, what else is more advanced than military? I don't know, science about Viagra or something? Or sex change or something? I don't know, just saying. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.